Hello everyone and welcome to Picture Perfect Presents. My name is Angela Andrew and this series has been all about creating gifts with your photos that can be cherished by your loved ones. Today is our final session and we are going to make gift tags for our gifts. This is probably going to be one of the simplest and most accessible things that we've talked about throughout this entire series, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a really fun one. Before we jump into today's topics, I do want to let you know that we have a lot of other live events that you're always welcome to attend. My counterpart Lori Rubin holds those weekly live sessions on importing, setting up new devices, sharing, and search every day at 9 a.m. or actually 9:30 a.m. Pacific. She also hosts Ready, Set, Go, which is a program tailored for new users. That's at 3 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. I host live Q&As. They're Ask Me Anything sessions at 11:30 a.m. Pacific every Tuesday and Thursday. And then on Fridays, we hold special sessions called Coffee Breaks with a short tutorial followed up by more open Q&A. We had one earlier today on organizing video files in Mylio Photos. And Lori, I think, already has that one posted in the community. So if you missed it, you can still catch the recording. Next week, we're going to be talking about organizing your scan family photos. So lots of great stuff every single Friday. And then today is our last session of Picture Perfect Presents. And the reason we're not continuing these out a little bit longer is because those shipping deadlines are pretty much here. I'm getting a lot of emails from a lot of different companies saying, hey, today is the last day to order. So if you're still thinking about ordering gifts through Printique or any other print lab with your photos, make sure you get those orders in as soon as possible because I don't want you guys to miss out. I do want to also remind you, if you're interested in giving the gift of Mylio Photos to a friend or family member, someone who needs some help organizing all of their media, maybe they're scattered all over the place and they're looking for a way to get those things wrangled and together and organized, consider giving them Mylio. If you give a gift card, you're also going to get a couple months back on your own subscription, so it's a nice win-win. And there's some great options if for new users, just go over and buy a new subscription at mylio.com. So make sure you check those out. Some awesome options. All right, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, which is creating gift tags. And this is kind of a fun, crafty project, and I think you guys are going to really like it. And it's probably the easiest and most accessible one that we've done because I'm going to show you how to do this and do it through prints from Printique, but it's actually something you can actually do at home. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk about selecting photos, prepping them for printing, uploading them to Printique, and then we're going to create prints for our gift tags. And then I'm going to actually show you what I do with those prints once I have them to make them into gift tags. So let's go ahead and start by selecting some photos. When I'm doing gift tags for photos and for friends and family, I like to use pictures of them. And it's kind of a cool way to give somebody a gift, and especially if you're at a big family gathering, to have them look at the gift and be like, okay, whose is this? So you have somebody who plays Santa and they're like reading off the to and the from. And it's always fun to just have a picture on that gift, and that's who that gift goes to. You can write more things on the back of it if you like, but sometimes you just maybe want to be a little bit cryptic and you just want to have a photo of that person on that gift, and that's who it goes to. And typically there's only going to be one or two people in a family who do that kind of thing, so it's pretty easy to know who those are from. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and select some photos. I'm going to jump over into Mylio, and we're going to go into the All Photos view, and I'm going to go ahead and close up my quick filters here. And the best way to find pictures that are of specific people is to either be in All Photos view and use the by person quick filter, or you can go into People view and find them that way. Either way is fine. It really essentially does the same thing. I kind of like doing it here though because I can just easily type in a name. And let's say I want to find some pictures of my mom. So I'm going to go ahead and type in her name, and this pulls up all the pictures I have of her. And I actually have some really cute ones here. Like, we were on a trip and we went to a mermaid museum, and I actually convinced her to put on a little mermaid jumpsuit and sit there and get her portrait taken with a mermaid. So that might be a good one to have for a gift tag. So we can go ahead and drag that down to the bottom of the screen. That puts it into a temporary holding area called the Mylio clipboard. And we can scroll down and see if we find any other good options. And I've got a ton of pictures of my mom, so that could take a while, but you definitely want to find ones I suggest of just them. So let's go ahead and move on to another one here. I'm going to go ahead and find pictures of my dad. And there he is. And I'm gonna go ahead and you can see it swapped out. Now I have just pictures of my dad. And again, I'm trying to find fun, happy pictures where they look happy, where they're doing something fun and silly, something that's gonna be unique and hopefully make them smile on Christmas morning. So we can go ahead and go down these. This is a fun one. We were out kayaking and my dad's just being kind of goofy. I think that might be a fun one to put on his gift tag. So you can go ahead and go through all of the people that you want to give gifts to, find a fun and unique picture of them, and just drag it down to the bottom of the screen into your Mylio clipboard. Once you do that, then I would go over to your albums and create a new album just for this. So under my demos here, I'm going to go ahead and close out of that filter. Under my demos, I've actually created a Printique album here and one for my custom gift tags. So I could take these pictures and not open Apple News. Let's close that up. That was an accident. One second, let me get that out of the way. So I would come down here to my clipboard and I could just drag these up here into this album. Now I already have pictures of both my mom and my dad selected up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear those out, but that's how I would gather those pictures, is just start sorting through my library, looking for the people that I plan to give gifts to, and pull a fun picture of them. So let's just go through these really quick because I'm going to share some of my silly family moments with you. So this is a very long time ago. I think this was Christmas of 1994. This is my little brother, and he just looks so adorably cute with his crazy fluffy hair there. And this is my dad sipping a very tiny espresso in Rome. This was, if you've ever been into Costco, one of those big box stores that have the giant teddy bears. This was in Costco. I was with my mom and she got in there and got a picture with the teddy bears. So I just think that's a super cute photo. This one here of my husband is just absolutely silly. Now, to be fair, he hates this picture. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Hopefully you guys can see that whole thing. And it was one of those cardboard cutouts and I made him go stand behind it. He was really grumpy with me for doing this, but it's one of my favorite pictures and it always makes me smile. So we're going to use that one. This is one of my aunties and they were trying on cute little Halloween things, more little cute little Halloween things, one of my aunties, and then one of my grandmas. So these are the handful of people that I'm very likely to spend Christmas morning with, and they're the ones that I want to go ahead and make some gift tags for. So let's jump back over here to the presentation and talk about prepping these images for printing. Now, if you're going to take the effort to send these off to a print lab like Printique, you probably want to make sure they're going to look their best. Now, when we're doing something like a gift tag, to be perfectly honest, gift tags are probably going to end up in the trash after the holiday, unless you take the time to write like a really personal note on the back. Somebody might save it, but in general, these are not meant to be necessarily heirlooms that are kept forever. They're more for fun, for smiles on Christmas morning or on birthdays or whenever you want to use them. So I would say you don't necessarily need to put a ton of effort into editing these. The ones I chose are just fun snapshots. They're not art pieces. So I'm not going to put a ton of effort into making them look absolutely perfect. Plus, since we're doing them for gift tags, we're going to print them relatively small. So any potential defects there are going to be pretty minimal. Now, if you do want to do some edits, you can do some cropping and editing in Mylio. There's also some great third-party editors out there that you can use to really refine your images if they need it. So let's go ahead and jump forward and talk about uploading these to Printique. So if you choose to go ahead and print these through Printique, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to Mylio. Let's go ahead and hit the G key to go back to my grid. And I'm just going to do a Command or Control A to select all of my images. And I'm going to go over here to the share icon here in the right sidebar. And we're going to choose Post and we're going to select Printique. And this is going to, when you first click that, if you've not launched Printique from Mylio before, you're going to be asked to either log in or create an account. Go ahead and do that, and that's going to get you to this screen. You can go ahead and flip through the images you've chosen and see what the file names are. You can also choose a gallery. If you don't choose one, Mylio Photos will be chosen for you, but you can go ahead and create your own. So let's say New Gallery, and we're going to call this Gift Tags, and choose Save. And then you just need to confirm that you own this content. So it's either your photo that you have the rights to publish, or you've been given permission by someone else who captured the photo. And that prints from Printique can only go to the USA and Canada. So let's go ahead and click Post. And that's going to go ahead and upload these images as full quality JPEGs to the Printique website. Now, I do also want to mention that this project can be done from your home printer. So if you don't have a photo printer at home, you can certainly send off to Printique or any lab you want, or even a lot of the drugstore quick processing can get you some 4x6 prints. And it's going to be pretty quick and affordable. Printique is one way to do this, but I actually did this from my home printer. So if you prefer to print these at home, and most printers at home can do up to an 8.5 by 11. So if you have 4x6 photo paper, this is really easy. You just, instead of clicking to post to Printique, you go here to print. You choose your 4x6 photo paper. I chose scale to fit. And then you can go ahead and just choose print, go through your print driver settings, and it's going to spit out some prints. And that's actually what I have here. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. But for now, let's go ahead and jump over to the Printique website and let's order some prints. So I'm going to go here. You can see all of the different things you can create here across the top. We're going to select photo prints and select standard size prints. You can then choose the size that you want. 4x6 is a pretty average size. For gift tags, you might even want to go 3.5 by 5. That's not a bad size for something like a gift tag. So either way is totally fine. I'm going to stick with 4x6. When you choose your paper type, glossy, if you're doing this at home, most likely you're going to have glossy. Luster has a little bit of a texture to it. It's a very nice looking paper. For gifts though, I would say if you have a choice, I would choose matte photo paper. And here's why. Most likely if you're going to want to write a note either on the front or the back of this, you want to be able to do that. So on matte paper, you're going to have the most flexibility with different types of writing implements. So you could use a ballpoint pen, you could use a marker, you could use really whatever you want. If you're using luster or glossy or even metallic, you're going to have a very glossy surface to write on that most inks are not going to play nice with. So you're going to have to use something like a Sharpie, some sort of permanent marker to go ahead and write any kind of note on that. So kind of keep that in mind as you choose your paper type. So for this, let's go ahead and choose matte. And you can either choose detailed here or express. The difference here is detailed lets you go picture by picture that you've uploaded and choose different settings. Express makes them all the same. So because we're kind of doing this fast, we're getting towards the end of the holiday season, we're in a little bit of a rush. Let's go ahead and just choose express. And we're going to go ahead and create now. And that's going to let us upload those. And you'll see that these prints are only 35 cents each. So if you don't have a home printer, it is very affordable to order small prints. So don't let yourself get hung up on that. So we're going to go here to Printique Galleries. That's where our upload went. And let's go ahead. Here's our gift tags. We're going to go ahead and select that and choose Import All. We'll proceed to order setup. And that's going to go ahead and create 4x6 prints of every single one of those images. So it's a nice, quick way to do this. We're just going to do standard. We're not going to get anything matted or framed or mounted or anything like that. We're choosing the matte paper. You can choose other papers here. There's even some fine art papers, which is pretty cool. And you can choose whether to do a border or no border. And actually, I think a white border on these might be kind of cool. That gives you also a little bit of room at the edges to put to make a hole punch if that's what you want to do. So let's go ahead and do a white border and proceed and review cropping. So this is going to give us a preview of our images, and it's just going to show you where things need to be cropped. And there we go. Here's all of our images, and it's just showing where things are. So this one, we can go ahead and we could edit that if we want. Let's go ahead and just move that over a little bit. Perfect. Those look awesome. So then we can go ahead and just say add to cart. And there we go. And now we can go ahead and order those, get those delivered, and they should be here pretty quick. Prints are going to be much faster than, say, creating a book or a puzzle, something like that. But still, don't wait too long if you want to order these. Now, if you want to go ahead and just make them at home or have your corner drugstore make some 4x6 prints for you, that's totally cool as well. So let's jump back over here. We've uploaded to Printique. We've created our prints. Now let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun with creating our gift tags. So once you receive your prints, you're going to get a bunch of things like this. So I have a bunch of prints here that I printed off of my home printer, and we're going to make these into gift tags. So let's go for You know, I like this one of my mom with the teddy bear. And you can either do it just like this. I have here a couple of tools that you might want to have. The first one here, this is just a good old-fashioned hole punch. So you could simply take this and punch a hole in the corner and then string a piece of ribbon through that and tie it to your gift. Now, if you want to get a little bit more creative, you could take something like detailed edge scissors. So these have, I don't know if you can see, they've got a scalloped edge to them. So you can then take that and you can cut out the edge of the picture. And the thing I love about things like this is you don't have to be precise. Like if you use regular scissors, I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm very detail oriented. I want my line to be exactly straight. But when you use something like this, you can do a really fun edge and then be able to cut in around that, and you don't have to be super precise. You can even cut into the picture a little bit and make it something really much that looks like a tag. So let's go ahead and cut around this here really quick. I'm just going to cut this out very quickly, and I'm going to do kind of a rough job here, but it's going to get the job done. And we'll see what this looks like here. So there we go. So now we've cut it out. We've got nice little decorative edges. And then again, we can take our hole punch and be careful. You don't want to punch over the face of the person you're trying to give the gift to. Make a nice hole punch there. So we've got our hole. And then grab some ribbon. You can use gift wrapping ribbon. If you have kitchen twine, if you have really pretty ribbon, whatever you want to use. I've got some hemp twine here. I'm just going to pull off a little length of this, grab my regular scissors, and cut a piece of that. And then we can take that, string it through the hole, and then tie that onto our gift. So this is just a really fun way to go ahead and make a gift tag that's highly personalized. And they're so much fun. And like I said, you can either leave it like this and just know that that's who that gift is for, or you can flip it over and write a little note on the back. You can say to, from, you know, love your daughter, or you can put a little poem on the back, whatever you like. So it's a very fun and flexible way to go ahead and create those gift tags. So I'm not going to sit here and keep you while I cut out all of these, but I certainly could. But it's a really fun and easy way to personalize gifts and make use of those photos, and also show some people those photos you have of them that they might not have seen. So a lot of times when we take pictures of our loved ones, those pictures reside in our phones and on our computers. They don't necessarily see them. So this is a fun way to get those in front of them. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor up for questions. And if there aren't any questions, we can jump into our giveaway. All right, let's take a look here at the chat, see what we've got. I don't see any hands up. Looks like Lori's been sharing some great links here. Hopefully those are helpful for everybody. All right. If there are no questions, let's go ahead and jump to our giveaway. And let's see here. Here's our gift. And let me go ahead and switch back to sharing my screen so you guys can see that. And we'll go ahead and spin the wheel. And the winner here is going to get a free photo book from Printique. So it looks like our winner is Maggie. Congratulations, Maggie. I hope you enjoy your photo book. There's a lot of different cool ways you can do it. Make sure you check back some of the earlier sessions we've done of Picture Perfect Presents. We talked about creating a year in review photo book, books for grandparents. We created a family recipe book. So there's a lot of really cool ways you can use that. And I hope you enjoy it and make something very cool and precious for your family. Thank you. With that, I want to go ahead and switch back the screen here and check one more time to see if we have any questions. I don't see any hands up.
Maggie, can you send us a direct message with your email so we can get that to you? That'd be great.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that, Lori. All right. Oh, and Donna says her name wasn't on the wheel. We had Donna as a winner though, didn't we?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so Donna, that would be
yesterday.
Why. Yeah, so once you've won one of these, we are giving them only to one person at a time, hoping spread the wealth a little bit. So hopefully you enjoy your book that you got, Donna. All right, let's see here. And did you get the email address?
Yes, I did. Thanks, Maggie.
Excellent. All right. You're very welcome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. This session has been a ton of fun. I know Lori and I have both really enjoyed it. I hope you have too, and it's giving you some creative ideas on how to use your photos to create really fun gifts. So with that, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hopefully we'll see you for some more stuff next week. Bye, everyone.